Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a settings video, an updated settings video for 2026. The last settings video I posted was in 2025, and that's whenever I started off my like content creation and like streaming wise. And bro, I've grown so much. Thank you to everybody on the Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, everything, bro. You guys are amazing. So what we're gonna get into first is uh just the plain settings, and then I'm going to show you how to set an FPS limit. And I don't have a multiplier, but I'll show you how to change your multiplier. And if you want to like change your region to like NA or EU, I'll show you how to do that as well. And I'll show you how to change your cursor to the little cross icon I have. I'll show you my mouse settings and my Wooting settings, and I'll put the code for the Wooting in the description if you want to just go grab it. But let's get right into it, okay? So squad privacy on invite only, ping slash communication wheel on, ping double tap speed. I don't know what's the best setting for this. I've tested 0.01. It feels the same as 1.0. So honestly, just do whatever you want with that. Display performance matrix on minimal matrix. That is this stuff right down here. So if I have that on advanced matrix, it'll do this. I like it on minimal because it's nice and sleek. Connectivity VPAC, that is your, like, let's just say your FPS drops, host, hit rejected, it's all here. Packet loss, jitter, latency, I have that on icons only. Stun VFX on dark glare, that's whenever you get flashed. It's not white and like lighting up your whole room in your face. Just have it on dark glare, so it's just a black screen. Okay. Tinnitus sound effects on muted. Cycle inside camera groups, I have that on. I don't know what that does. Diffuser pickup, both. Visible through trajectory, that's if you're throwing a nitro, a grenade, a flashbang, it has like a little line to show you where it's gonna land and stuff. Drone after prep on manual, that there takes you that there lets you automatically, like, you don't get pulled off your camera straight away. You have to actually tap your get off drone button to get off your drone, so you don't like lose your drone if the timer runs out and you're running away from a little guy, like a little Mozzie or something. Match replay on, text channels all, crossplay communication on. Okay, so HUD, I haven't changed too much in this. I think I've changed a few things. So compass on, compass appearance on simplified, current location on, location pings on, contextual pings. That was a hard word to say. That's on. Enemy pings on, communication wheel pings on, objective markers on, elimination marker on, ping location helper on. So ping location helper, I do know what this does. If you're new to the game, I just have it on because sometimes I forget comms. It's kind of a bad thing for me because sometimes your mind just be elsewhere and you don't know what to say. So you just look below and it'll tell you, like, if you ping it or if you die, it'll tell you where you are, like where it is at the bottom of the screen, and it'll tell you the room that the guy is in, so you can just call it out to your teammate. Loadout, I have that on. I have inputs on. I swap between off and on. Really depends how I'm feeling that day. I have it on currently. Health, I don't like on. I have it on either number only or off. Whenever I have it off, it's usually to get away from the clutter. Like, there's too much stuff going on my screen, and if you have it off, I feel like if you have it off, you'll play way better, in my opinion. Whenever I have it off, if I get tagged down to 1 HP, I don't know I'm 1 HP because it doesn't show me my health. So I'll be swinging everything like I'm full HP, and bro, you'll get so much kills because it doesn't mess your mentality up. Because if you're on 1 HP, you're gonna obviously play more safe. But if you don't know that you're 1 HP, you never know. You might pop off. You might become prime bolo or spoit. But I have it on number only right now because I like to see my health because I don't really play like ranked that much anymore. I'm just getting back into it, so I'm probably gonna turn that off actually. So I'm getting back into ranked again. Status effects on, stunts indicator on, DBNO timer on, critical warnings on, action reminders default, diffuser reminder on, 100 for action reminder opacity, action duration gauge on, reload reminder, I have that off. I wouldn't recommend turning it off if you don't know when to reload in certain weapons. If you know to reload on most of your like if you know to reload on all of your weapons without having to look at the reload reminder, turn it off because it gets one less thing off the screen. General reminders on off. Crosshair on. Um, observation tool reticle on. Grenade indicator on. Threat indicator on. Hit indicator on. Kill confirmation on. Hit confirmation on. Device area of effect on. Objective markers on. Pings on. Enemy pings on. Ally outlines on. Enemy outlines on. Ally icons on. Ally usernames off. I don't like seeing my teammates' usernames. I just like to see the icons. Match header on. These are all default actually. Yeah, default. Bands off. I don't want to see the bands. Everything else is default. Yeah, everything else is on except for bands. Audio. I have a SteelSeries headset on right now. On my SteelSeries GG like app on my PC, I can change the bass. So I'm rocking these right now. To hear footsteps better. Subtitles off. Dynamic range on high. Tinnitus sound effects on muted. Reason why you don't have dynamic range on low, because low compresses volume. You don't want to be compressing volume because that's compressing the footsteps. Have it on high so you can hear the footsteps even better. Master volume on 100. In-game sound effects on 100. In-game music volume, turn that shit down to 0. Nobody likes any type of music except for Minecraft music. Menu sound effects volume on 26. Music volume 0. Voiceover volume, that's just the operator's voice lines. Turn that down to 0. Minimal for voiceover presets. HQ voiceover, that's just your man on the announcer. Turn that off. Mute on unfocused, I have that on because whenever I tap it, I don't want to hear my game. Audio input, this is just your microphone, your headset. Voice chat enabled. Voice chat volume 100. Voice chat input mode, push to talk 100 for your voice chat input volume. Noise threshold on 13. So 1920 by 1080p. Display mode, I have it on borderless. If you have it on borderless mode, I'm not capped at 6-day refresh rate. It caps it at your monitor's native refresh rate, which is mine's would be 200 hertz. So if you have borderless, you don't really need to tab out. All you have to do is just move your cursor off your screen and look at your monitor, and you can do all stuff. It automatically caps it to the max hertz your monitor goes. Okay, so don't be worrying. Aspect ratio, I swap between 16:10. 3.2 and 4.3. I'm on 4.3 right now. I would recommend 5.3 as well. 5.4 if 5.4 is pretty good, I can't lie. So I would recommend that too. VSync off, FPS limit off because I have an FPS limit set in the in-game files. In-game settings, sorry. Widescreen letterbox off. Field of view, I have that on 85. I swap between 82 to 85 to 90. Okay, I have it on 85 right now. HUD display area on 80, that's just like your banner, your weapons and stuff, that there will be small down, showing you have more, like it's not that big on your screen. This menu display area, I have it on 96. My brightness, I didn't realize I had it on 60. Okay, yeah, you know what, 66 brightness. Graphics, NVIDIA Reflex low latency, I have that on. Overall quality is custom. Texture quality, low. VRAM limit, maximum. Texture filtering, linear. LOD quality, low. Shading quality, low. Shadow quality, medium. Medium or high for shadow quality. Reflection quality, low. VFX quality, low. Ambient occlusion, off. Lens effect, off. Zoom in depth of field, off. Off for NVIDIA, I don't know what this is, but off of that. For the AMD stuff, off. Anti-aliasing, TAA, I think I might rock that off. Yeah, I'll stick with TAA at the moment. Controls, onto the juicy stuff now. Drone speed boost on hold. Raw input mouse / keyboard on. You can have it off or on, it doesn't really matter. Mouse look inversion disabled. Mouse sensitivity horizontal and vertical is 8.8. Okay, 8.8. Little medium sense, okay? Little medium sense. 1x is 35, 2.5 is 51. 3.561. I don't use these, but 105 and 104 for 5.x and 12x. And I'm rocking 800 DPI. Mouse scroll is disabled. Gadget deployment on advanced. Drone deployment on advanced. Aim on hold. Lean on toggle. A lot of support uses lean on hold, which I might try and do for a video, but right now I'm gonna stick to toggle. Sprint on hold. Crouch on hold. Cause crouch, if I like it having on hold, so I'm not crouch walking all the time. And two, you look like you're Zim if you just spam the crouch button. Prone on hold, it's better for Hashim peeking. Walk on hold, that's your alt walk. Controls, everything's default. Q&E, I would advise you to lean with Q&E, okay? Don't use your mouse buttons. Mouse buttons hinders your aim, bro. It hinders your aim so much. It's very bad. Just use the normal Q&E, bro. Just learn it, okay? It doesn't take that long to learn. Mouse buttons messes up your aim so much. Prone on C, crouch on control. Those two are I've changed. I've also everything's default except for prone and crouch, and my melee is on my back mouse button. My primary gadget's on my middle mouse button. Secondary gadget on my front mouse button. Everything else is default. Okay, everything else on default. Controller, I don't use controller, but this is my settings: 3590, 55 dead zone, 10 observational tool, ADS 3555. Nothing else there. Accessibilities: screen shake off, motion blur on, dark glare for stun effects, tinnitus sound effects muted, dynamic range high. My team color is purple, enemy team is red. Positive feedback is blue, negative feedback is red. Gold for objective marker icons. Gold for location ping. Optic color on green, 100 opacity. These are just default. So for your wooting, for my Logitech X2 SUPERSTRIKE, I'm gonna show you what I have that on. So it's in actuation point for my left mouse button is on 3. My right mouse button 4. Right mouse rapid trigger on 2. For my left, it's on the fastest. Click haptics on my left is off. For my right, it's on 1. And then you have your pro presets. I don't use these. So yeah, I use my own. Now if you want to change your FPS limit or your multiplier or your region, you have to close down you have to close down Ubisoft Connect fully. So you have to wait for I have to wait now for this. So what you want to do first of all is go to your file, go to documents, my games, Rainbow Six Siege. So these will be all your files from these are all your alt accounts and stuff. So the one with the very for if you had your account on your PC, the first account on your PC was your main account, it will have the earliest date here. Okay, so boom. Go into game settings. So down here in data center hunt, you can copy and paste one of these for your EU, NA, US, and stuff, and put it into this data center hunt, and then press say file and save, and then that's your region changed. Okay. To change your multiplier, you come to mouse sensitivity multiplier unit. You can change your multiplier here. I don't have a multiplier, so I'm not going to change it. Scroll the whole way to the top for an FPS limit. I have mine's on 400 right here. I have a 200 hertz monitor, so I have it on 200 above. I would recommend only do it if you have a 144. I would go like 220 FPS, 240 FPS. So just go a little bit higher so your GPU isn't on overtime. To save it all, you just click File and then you click Save. To change your cursor speed, change your cursor pointer is type in mouse and then change the mouse pointer display. Go to pointers. So this is what you'll see. For all these here, it'll be default. If you just double click, Scroll down until you find a cross. Double click the cross, put it in for all these except for busy and these ones. Okay, just put it on for the rest except for these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 bottom, and then the busy one. Okay, and then you just click apply, and then you press okay. But listen, I'm gonna show you something else as well. Turn off enhance pointer precision. That's usually default on. I would advise you to turn it off and then press apply. Okay, it's way better. Trust me. Press OK then to save it. For my Wooting settings, I'm going to put the code in the description so you don't have to go through all this here. Because whenever I was doing my settings, whenever I was doing my Wooting settings, it was terrible. I'd advise you just to copy my code if you want to use my code. I'll put it in the description for you guys. That's pretty much everything actually. God damn. Look, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna be posting more content on YouTube, like long form content. So please like and subscribe. Show me some support and help me, because I'm gonna try. And get a YouTube plaque for my little self back in the day. Whenever I was younger, I always wanted a little YouTube plaque. But yeah, if you want to see like an updated settings video for the next season or something, just let me know, because I change my sense and my settings literally every day of the week. I've been sticking with this now for like, I would say 2 weeks now, so I'm gonna probably stick with this until next season. If I'm feeling off or anything, I'll change my sense. But yeah, one more thing, if you want to follow me on Twitch, it'll be in the description. It's Zero Frisp on Twitch. Please go follow me if you want to see me stream and slam kids in ranked, unranked, and Siege Cup. So I love yous. Goodbye.